chasing him to get him to call me back. So see how the roles reverse? Now I'm like, oh, Chin, can you get me back? But anyway, let me give him a proper introduction. I mean, this guy coming from humble beginnings, was a law student. He said, "Hey, I don't not want to be in them hot, sweaty suits in the summer." I remember him saying that very vividly. He said, "No, I don't want to do that. I want to do a different business." He started his journey of wholesaling, so you can always pivot. And then he took the leap into short-term rentals and completely transformed his path. He operates 18 plus, he can correct me, maybe 20 plus thriving units. He's become the go-to expert in our community for short-term rentals, and he's helped multiple members, multiple, not just one, a few members, even myself, to lead into profitable short-term rental deals in other markets, proving that focus, discipline, and belief can change everything. Welcoming my man, Big Chair Boom. I wish I had some fireworks. I need some fireworks or something. Anyway, what's up?
Nice, nice. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Man, this picture never gets old. The intro never gets old. The love never gets old, man. You know what's so cool about doing these, man? It's been a really rough year. Like rough in a good way, good bad problems, right? If that makes sense. But just always having a place to get celebrated, right? Always having a place to get, hey bro, I see the things you're doing and keep pushing, we like it, we support it. That is priceless. So this never gets old. I like it. I like it so much, man. So shout out to you guys for always giving me a platform to, you know, feel appreciated and, get my props as an entrepreneur and also give back to you guys and make sure I'm doing my duties as well because I remember coming here and knowing nothing, right? Literally fired from Starbucks, just graduated college, new family on the way, and it was just, growing up, learning how to grow up and, be a man and, having to navigate business. So just I'm very grateful to still be here, active and showing you guys, what I've been able to create out of nothing and help you guys avoid the pitfalls that I've gained in this business and still gaining, right? So yeah, I'm very excited to show this deal right here. This is short-term rental number 18. And man, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. If you guys have any questions during this tour, please feel free to type in the chat, share your questions. We're gonna get into all of it at the end.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do a quick intro. Again, you can follow him on social media. He's a real person. He just went live like about an hour ago. So you can
Yeah.
definitely catch that replay. Really cool going back and forth between he and KB. But before we get into it, we go to example, disclaimer. This is just one example. Is money made by applying real estate education. It's not guaranteed that anyone will have the same experience. Every real estate is different with unique factors and outcome. So past examples do not say that they're going to have the same results. So, with that being said, tell us about this new deal.
Nice. I'm gonna share
Yeah,
my
you can share.
screen?
You can share. You can share now. Sorry about that. You can share.
Oh, good. It was one thing that I just thought of that I should have. Let me stop sharing my screen real quick.
Okay.
Pull it up.
And I just want to remind everybody who are brand new here, we do a Q&A at the end. So if you do have questions, big or small, definitely put them in the chat and we'll get to them towards the end.
Nice, you can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Let's get into it. So this is the house. This is a house that is in Georgia. It's a three-bed, two-bath house, quiet neighborhood. And we have locations in this area already, but after when you go for a new house, like we still have to start from scratch. We still have to market for leads. So this was like a brand new experience again. So I found this deal on Zillow. We're constantly marketing for deals, reaching out to landlords and pitching our business models of short-term rentals and why we're so valuable to landlords. Like landlords need us. Like this is the one business where, the people actually need you. So we reached out to landlords. And this one actually, it caught our attention. We like to do houses that are like new construction or newly renovated because, it's just a smoother experience for you and your guests and people that want to come to our property. So we reached out to this landlord at like October 8th through Zillow. And, they were one of the few people who entertained it. A lot of people told us no. A lot of people told us no, actually. And this guy, this landlord, he gave us time of day. He wanted to hear more about our business. He wanted to hear more about, what we could rent it for, what kind of value we add, and what separates us from a traditional tenant, because we do rent this property. I did not purchase it. I didn't put down a down payment. I didn't have to go to a bank. I'm just a tenant that needs to run our business model out of it. So I think we reached out to the landlord October 8th, and we went back and forth for a day, and then he went quiet. Right, he went quiet, didn't respond, and I kind of forgot about the lead. I kind of just left it alone. And then I looked on Zillow maybe 2 weeks later, and it was still online. So this is the house right here. 3 bed, 2 bath, pretty spacious, had a fireplace, newly renovated, big backyard, nice front yard. And 2 weeks later, it's still on the market. So now I'm questioning, like, why is no one taking this house? So I reached back out to the landlord, and he says, hey, I'm still interested. I was trying to look for some traditional tenants. He had his fears and his concerns, just like most landlords do, because they're not getting pitched his business model all the time. So after speaking to the landlord, we went back and forth again, and I gave him an offer. I'm like, hey, I know you have it online for $2,400. We can pay X amount of dollars, and these are the other things that we want. We want free rent. We don't want to pay for this. We don't want to pay for that. We don't want to handle lawn care. And he ghosted us again, after the offer. I guess it was too aggressive for his liking. A week goes by, property's still on the market. So I sent him another message. I'm like, hey, why not? He's only told me no 2 times. Maybe I get lucky, right? So followed up again, and this time he's like, hey, you know what? I like your business model. We might be able to do something, right? So we finally agreed on the price. We finally agreed on terms. I'm going to share the terms and the price we agreed on later when we get to the numbers. Feel free to ask questions about it, about all the things that we negotiated in this deal. And yeah, and we were finally able to get the deal done. We started this lease November 1st. We literally finished negotiating the deal October 31st, so just the day before. And we really had limited time. So on this deal right here, I'm going to show you guys and explain to you guys how I did this deal with no money out of my pocket. I'm talking about this deal was so much no money out of my pocket, money entered my pocket, right? So for everybody on the line who wants to do this strategy, they understand it, or maybe you're even coming to the summit this weekend and you're gonna get the knowledge, right? This is a real life example of how you can leverage the knowledge, not have to use the money, and still get the deal done. So this is why I love this deal so much. So I found a deal. I negotiated a deal. I structured a deal. I did the back and forth marketing. I did the back and forth negotiations, conversation with the landlord, and I locked in the terms. And then here's what I did next. I found somebody else with money, but didn't have as much knowledge as me or didn't have as much time as me. And we partnered up. He had something I didn't have. I had something he didn't have. So it was a perfect marriage. So after doing all of this, I pitched this deal to someone who had money. And I'm going to be going over that in the summit, how to pitch a deal that you found, because you know how to find deals and still get it done with no money out your pocket. So after I found the person, I, shared with them the deal, the numbers. They said they liked it. They said, let's do it, right? So they provided all the funds for the property. I picked out all the furniture, the design, all the placement, the team. I literally leveraged all of my knowledge to get this deal up and running, to get the team up and running. And this was the end result of the person, of me doing the deal with the person, right? I found the deal, I picked out the furniture, and this is the after. So this is the living room. We want to maximize how many people we can sleep at all times. So this couch can sleep. I'm 6'6", and I lay down on this couch perfectly. So this couch can fit about 3 people, 2 people comfortably. And this is the living room. We're getting really, this projector is just our style. In this market, it's very Like in the summit, I'm going to show you guys how to shrink your competition. So in this market, there is nobody in this market that has a projector. So it's like it's either you get a projector with us or you get it nowhere. So this is one of the things we do to attract people to our houses. So yeah, this is a house. We try to put as many amenity as possible. The tic-tac-toe for the kids. I stole this idea right here from Sam. This is a chalkboard wall. This is a dining room. So one of the challenges on this deal right here is, I'm still learning that we have to read the description on everything. We bought this dining table that sits 8 people, and we bought a dining chair set that only sits 4 people. So just, we're still learning. We have to read all the description, not just follow the pictures of the Amazon, the Amazon stuff or Wayfair. So we had to improvise on that. This is some more of the living room and the dining room. This is the bedroom, king size bed in all the beds. This is the bathrooms. It's 2 bathrooms. So this is 2 bathrooms right here. This is more king size beds. We threw a couch in this one that turns into a king size bed to sleep more people. Gotta have the office in there for the entrepreneurs or the students. And this is a backyard and a kitchen, just having a place for people to hang out outside. This is the South, so the weather is typically nice, most times out of the year. So just having those outdoor tables and chairs and then the blankets, the little things is what matters the most because it does get chilly at night. This is a house. And do I have a video walkthrough? So I don't have a video walkthrough, but this is the after pictures of how it looks when we furnished it. Nice. Okay, so the knowledge, like Ron said, Ron literally chased me for a year. I know I always wanted to get into real estate, but I don't know, for some reason, I guess I just wasn't mentally ready. I didn't learn about real estate growing up. I knew nothing. That's not a conversation we had in my household, at school. No aunts or uncles brought it up. So I literally, came here and learned from scratch. So, you know, short-term rental is a complex strategy, but it's definitely simple to do, simple steps that you can take to literally rent out houses or even just manage it for someone else and make money off of it. So here's the knowledge. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but tomorrow at 8 p.m., I'm going to be going over, how you can get into this strategy and how you can do deals, whether you want to leverage your business credit or leverage, your funding or leverage someone else's money because you have the knowledge, like how to add more zeros to your income. So tomorrow at 8 p.m., I'm going to be going over that so you can see how you can get into the game, get into short-term rentals and literally maximize your revenue without owning the property, without having to commit to it. So take a screenshot of this tomorrow, 8 p.m. live on Zoom. You will nice.
Hey, you froze for a second.
And then what about now?
You're good now. Okay.
Yeah, did we
Cool.
did we
So yeah,
catch everything or he froze? I think we caught everything. Okay. Hey
all
Chin,
good.
just
Okay,
take
you
it.
guys can hear me clearly?
Yeah, just start right back. I think we missed a little bit about the intro for tomorrow. Just start not from the top, from the middle, if you if you can, because
Nice.
you froze for a second.
Okay, I don't remember everything I said, but I'll say this, right? This is the end of the year, right? And this is a time where you kind of reflect and it's like, man, I could have did more. I still say that to myself now. If you want to do more and you believe you can do more and you want to add more zeros to your income and you think that you can make money in this business tomorrow at 8 p.m., come see more, come see what it really takes. Come see how you can really replace your job, not how to not need your job, like how to pay off some of that extra debt that bothers you at night. Like come see more about short-term rentals and how, you know, us as hosts were making money with simple rental steps and how to avoid bad areas and rental choices and keep your unit safe. So that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Zoom. And if you want more, tomorrow's going to be an introduction, but if you want more, you want to learn, you want to get mentored, you want to be in a community with people doing short-term rentals actively So not only can you get in the game, you know, you have people to speak to when you have challenges. Like, what do you do when you buy less chairs than you need? You know, that's what you're going to learn in the summit, how to add more zeros to your income. Here we have. So here's more about the calendar, right? We have trainings on Sunday, you know, the mastermind at 3 p.m. where you can just come bring your deals, literally come bring your deals and go from, hey, I'm looking at this short-term rental. The landlord told me yes. You know, I just need a second eyes to run my numbers, you know, so that's the beauty of the mastermind and all of these calls, you know, just having someone to bounce your ideas off of, or even maybe you don't have any ideas, you can come and learn from other people and steal exactly what they're doing. Like just like you show on my short-term rental, Sam has been killing it with the chalkboard wall. And I said, boom, as soon as I get the next unit, I'm stealing that idea.
I
Literally.
love that idea. That idea.
Yeah, because there's enough money for all of us to make. So there's literally something going on every single day where we're sharing ideas, money making strategies, and just more than just advice, like mentorship. Like come get help with your stuff, and everything is recorded just in case you can't make it live. So that's the beauty of this these weekly events right here.
Exactly. And if you want to get more access to that, always just ask the person who invited you. I'm sure somebody sent the link or an email about it. So thank you for doing that. Again, yes, be around the people you want to be like, for sure, for sure, for sure. So, Joe and Chen, I'm sure we got some questions. Now it's time for everybody in the crowd to put your investor hat on. Don't be afraid. Don't shy away. Don't say, "Oh, I don't know." That's fine. This is the low stakes time where you can just throw out a random home shopping network number. You can throw out some crazy numbers. It's okay. This is the time to we call it getting on the board. We call it, me and Joey call it getting on the board, right? Got to get on the
Yes.
board. Get
Get
yourself
on
in
the
the game.
board.
So, Joey, what question should we ask? What should we
Well,
start
here's the
with?
first one. I want so that place looked very nice. First of all, nice little. It looks comfortable. The chalkboard and everything. So, in terms of your investor hats, what do you guys and throw a number? All you gotta do is throw a number in the chat, right? What do you think the furniture to furnish that place? How big is the spot,
How-
Chin? How many square feet?
It's 1,500 square foot.
All right.
Really? That's it? That's
So
a small one for
1,500
you.
square feet. How many beds and baths?
3 bed, 2 bath, and a backyard.
Jessica already on the board. 15. How
Three
much?
bed, two
How
bath.
much you think it costs
How much to furnish?
to furnish the spot? Let's
Shit,
see
this
what
is
we
a
got.
small one, bro. You did a small one?
Yeah, this one was pretty. We some of the stuff we brought couldn't even fit, bro.
Because you're used to the 2300s. Calm down. Okay. So we got
Wait.
numbers.
So you had extra stuff this time.
Bro, extra stuff,
Yo, bro,
legit extra
the
stuff.
last property tour, he didn't have enough. Now he had extra. That's all good. All right, y'all. Look at the numbers. The board is lighting up. I love it. We got 10K, 17, 16, 16, 16,
I don't see
18,
I don't see a
20.
10K. I didn't see a 10K. You see a 10K?
Oh, I have my glasses on.
That's okay.
No, is that no, it was 16. I didn't see a 10. 20K. That was 20, 19, 17, 15. Okay.
I see a 15 is the
15.
lowest to what? 15
I
to
didn't see a
20.
10K.
Lynn
Somebody
put
put a
in 10.
10K.
Come on,
Thank
Lynn.
you.
Lynn
Thank you,
put a
Lynn.
10 in. Come
I knew
on,
I
Lynn.
saw a 10K in there. Shout to Lynn.
Oh God, Lynn, why'd you do
Thank you, Lynn. Lynn took care of me.
Timu special? Not this one, I don't think.
I don't think, was it?
22.
Yo, did you wait? That would be a question. Did you have a team or anything in there, Chin?
No, I learned my lesson. I learned
No
my
Timu.
lesson.
No
Yeah,
Timu.
and this was like so we signed the lease before the we signed the lease the day before it started. So we definitely could not do Timu.
Okay, cool. There we go. We got 10K. Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan said, yo, 10K to furnish 1,500.
10K to 22. Come on, guys. 10K, come on. Anyway,
10K to 22. I mean, 1,500 square feet. I mean, that's a good guess because think about it, right?
oh,
He's
that's true.
been
It is
doing
15.
this.
Yeah, you're right. It is 15.
He's been doing this so much. He's gotta have some type of I'm not spending the most money to get the most. So that's pretty cool.
That is true.
I got my daughter.
All right.
We gotta
All
ask
right.
another question.
What's the question? All right, so the next question is,
Hi.
should we ask about the rent or should we ask about his cash flow? Which one was that?
Popcorn, please.
I think the rent. How much do you think 1,500 square feet? What would be the rent? Because this guy
Yeah.
took. Yes, baby.
Hey, Bob. So you
I got you.
popcorn.
I got you. My boss is here. My boss is here. The rents is good. How
So how
much you
much is the
think the
rent?
lease is for this place per month?
The birthday.
Mark already getting his pockets already. Mark, we get to that, Mark. Mark's already in your pockets, bro. But anyway, so how much you think the rent is on this $1,500, 1,500 square feet, sorry. Three bedroom, two bath in Athens, right? Athens, Georgia?
Yep.
2,300, 2,500. What's up? What's up, Victoria? Victoria made it. So we got 21. What's up, Vic? Let's see, 21. K to what? What's the 1,200. Sorry, 2,100. Sorry, my bad. I'll put 21K. That'd be what crazy. So we got 1,750. Okay, so we got a 1,750. Thank you, Matt. So we got a 1,750. And what's the highest? What's up, Chanel? Chanel got on the board 18. We got a 1,700 from LaShawn. We're playing prices right. If we're going to undercut people, oh, there's royalty with 16. 16 and $1. I'm just joking. So 16, that's a Price is Right joke for anybody who caught it. 1,600. And let's see. I think the highest is 27. Sharice, what's up, Sharice? She said, I like expensive stuff. Sharice said 27, 28 for Mark Withers. Mark said, listen, I like to play over asking. Mark Withers said highest and best.
Highest and best. That's what
2,800. I hate that term.
Mark is a realtor. Highest and best.
I'm sure. Leonard's a realtor, highest and best. 800 from Leslie. Come on. Now you just
900.
come on. This ain't
And
on.
it said 24. Is that the high? No, 27.
This ain't in the hood, so it can't be more. Must be more than 900.
I like Ken's number 1,600.
I'm just joking, guys. All right.
Well,
So
if
yeah,
he took, if the landlord took a long time, like he said in the story, if he took a long time to rent this, I wonder what that would be. So that'll be another question we'll ask in the Q&A.
yeah, I am curious about that too.
Yeah. I don't know what took him so long to rent. Matthew said $1. Wow.
Take it.
See, he did the
I'll take
$1.
3 of those.
Price is Right. I'll take four of those all day. All right. Let's see.
And the last one would be cash flow.
Yeah. What do you think what do you think, Chin? Now,
Take
Chin,
home.
you're not this is not yours. You're the operator. You're managing this, correct?
Yeah, I'm managing.
All right. So you can ask what the cash flow is, or you can ask or should we ask what the managing what Chin is bringing home? Does it matter?
Ah, that's a good question. So last time, yeah, just ask what would be the
Victoria
cash
said
flow?
both. Victoria said
The
skip that.
chin
I want
take
to know
home
both.
and what the
Okay.
cash flow
Okay.
for
So let's say cash flow
the
and Chin.
managee or like the person you're managing for. So there it is.
Managing, right?
That
Matthew
sounded
said the
real
chin take
fancy.
home.
Victoria wants to know everything. Go ahead, Vic. She said, I want it all. Don't play around. 10% a month. Okay, look at that. Look at them answers. Come on, Len, with the realtor answers. 10%. I'm just messing with
250 a month. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's cool.
you. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 250 a month. Which one? Is that both? Is that just for Chin? 250? You got to put it in there.
I think we talking management. We'll stick to management.
Also, so she said cash flow is 0. That's interesting. And property management is 1,000, 1K.
There you
So
go.
we got a 250 to 1K, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we got 777 chin management, 600 for chin, Kim,
Royalty says
1K.
6. McMark McDowell with the bargain basement 250.
So
1,700
how
cash
much
flow.
would you like to make a month not putting up any money on a deal?
Yeah, that's a good question. That changes the answer. 1,700, 650 for Chin. Management. 1K. Okay. Jessica.
750.
Seven, 777. Matt with the crazy numbers. Cash flow 600. Okay, so we got zero we got some large range here. I don't know what is that zero really true? Should we erase that zero? Because it may be false. Let's take that zero out. Because somebody's
Somebody said
yours
he
was
got real
Sean.
cash flow. That's a real number. Zero's
All
a
right,
real
so put the
number.
zero. Okay, put the zero back.
Zero's a very real number.
LaShawn said no, it's zero. All right. Zato. I don't Zato is interesting. 675. Thank you, Valley, with the crazy numbers. I love
I
those.
like that too.
It says skip the cowboy math. I want to give you the whole number. All right. All right, so we got some good stuff. We got a range of for furnishing from 10,000 to 22,000. Interesting. We
Yeah.
got rent from 16 to 28. That's a little more manageable. And then we got cash flow from 0 to 1,700. And Chin's take home is 250 to 1,000. Now, with no money down, the 250 still shining. You're still eating, right?
It does.
So that's even better. All right, so let's get down to it. Chin, we're gonna thank you guys for participating. Again, this is low stakes. This is what we do at our masterminds all the time. We kind of go in. We ask, what do you think the rent is? What do you think the ARV is? This is that real life experience. I don't think when you be around your friends, you're talking about property cash flow. You're talking about who's got sneakers and what party we going to. So you got to change your conversation and change who you're around. Let's start getting real about it, right? Especially if you want to get some bread. So
Yep.
let's move on.
Percent.
I thought somebody needed to hear that. Somebody on the line needed to hear that. Anyway, let's go into it.
Nice. So yeah, this was the startup cost and the setup cost for the person I'm managing for. So their startup
Ooh.
cost was $7,000. That included my fee to, start up the project, design it, pick out the furniture, stage it, build the team, and also the cost to have the furniture built out, the non-refundable deposit, the application fees he had with the city, and also my travel. And the furniture on this property was only $13,000, right? So we
Ooh.
Mm.
saved as much as we can without sacrificing quality. So $13,000 it took to get this done. So our rent on this unit, 2,400. We ended up getting 2 months free, which was pretty cool, and no security deposit. The utilities and the internet, about 350 bucks. Maintenance and operations, which includes cleaning and software and maintenance, as it says, about 1,200 bucks. And then the monthly expenses, the rent, utilities, internet, maintenance and operation, about 3,950 bucks. Monthly revenue, about 4,875, real conservative. If you speak to anybody who I pitch a deal to, they're gonna tell you, I believe we can make more money than that. So I take it. But the
Mm.
estimated cash flow on this house is $925.
Ooh, nice.
That's nice.
That
So
is nice.
now, everyone that had said that it was around between 10, no one said 13, but we got 15 from Jessica for the furniture, and we had a couple of 10s. We had some 16s. So definitely not more than 15,000. So that's pretty good. That's efficient. Now, that's very efficient.
Yep.
Yeah, that's efficient, brother. And then your the rent is 2,400, and a lot of people hit that 25, 23. Some people went under. So 2,400 for is really cool. All right.
Nice.
Wow.
And these are my numbers right here. So, like I said, the cool thing about being the manager is, you know what to do and you know how to do it, and you can be of value to someone else who doesn't really know what to do, but they may have the money. We learned a lot in this business that having the money is not enough. Like literally it's the knowledge of being able to execute it and having people around you to bounce those ideas off of so you can make the right steps, right? Especially if they've walked that path before you. So this is my cost, being able to leverage my knowledge and team up with someone with the money. So found the deal, I designed it, picked out the furniture, I staged it, and for that, I charged $3,000. Part of that 7K startup cost was 3,000 to me because all of those things take time, and you'll learn that in the summit, how to design, how to pick out furniture that drives revenue. how to stage, how to build your team so you can be literally in the state that you live in up units wherever you can reach, right? So the cash flow for the deal entirely is $925. So in this deal, we did something different. Instead of me taking a management fee on the gross revenue, I chose to split the cash flow with the owner, right? So the person who I'm managing for, they're gonna get 65% of the cash flow, and I'm gonna walk away with 35% of the cash flow, which is about $300. And one of the reasons, right? I'm going to show a lot of ways to structure deals in the summit, but one of the reasons I did this is because I knew my numbers was conservative. So I knew for sure that I can make more money off the net income than charging him a fee on the gross revenue. So this was a deal done, no money out my pocket, but walked away with $3,000 and about $300 a month, literally in my pocket every single month.
Wow, brother.
Wow. Wow.
That's really
I
cool.
don't know if they caught it. I don't know if everybody caught it. Put a C in chat if you caught that. I don't know if everybody caught it. Okay, put some C's if you're paying attention. If you didn't, we ask a question. So that means
Nice.
so Chinedu came with his hands in his pockets and left with some
He
left
came with his hands in his pocket.
with some cash. Just to put it on basic terms for anybody who just caught missed everything. Just for basic terms. All right. Now
That's
we all
cool.
caught up. All right. So anyway, we're gonna go into some Q&A. I'm sure people have a lot of questions. You know, I like to make it fun and entertaining, but this is real. This is real stuff. This is stuff that you can transform not only your life, but think about your family's lives. To take a minute and think about that. It's not just, oh, I can earn $500 more dollars. No, this cash flow can start buying time freedom. So now you can spend more time with your family, ones you love, and do more things you want to do. Anyway, with that being said, my illustrious panel with just me and Joey today, but
Yeah, we
you can
chilling.
always check out the bar raiser. He'll be in the gym near you tomorrow morning, probably at 6 in the morning. And Jerry's somewhere. I think he's on, but who knows? Jerry probably closing a multi-unit deal with 15 parking lot spaces. And of course, relationship rich going live. Catch the replay when you can. Let's get to the Q&A. Let's see what we got here.
So
I
what
know
we'll do today,
wasn't.
so what we'll do today, I know LaShawn raised her hand. Let's
Yes.
start with her,
Okay.
because she raised her hand. LaShawn, you want to, I guess we could let her
Yeah.
yes.
I was saying zero because I was thinking that Chinadu was making money on the management side only and not on the cash flow. That's why I put zero. I know that I'm not gonna say I know, but I would think that the short-term rental is cash flowing. I just didn't think he was picking up anything on that end. I thought he was just doing management only. So that's why I put zero. It was about
Mm.
Chinadu getting cash flow. But nice setup, Jen. Back
So
to
you got
you.
a question for him though?
No, I just wanted to say why I put zero. Like, I'm not saying that, no, he's not making any cash flow. I just didn't think that Chin was tapping into the cash flow. It was just because the way it was worded was, and maybe I misinterpret, please correct me if I'm wrong, that he was not doing a short-term rental. He was just managing it. That's where that's my interpretation.
Okay,
So,
no
all right.
problem. Thank you. Thank you, LaShawn.
Thank you,
When you got a
LaShawn.
question, put
You're
it in the chat.
welcome. Oh,
When you get
I will. I just
of
wanted to
course.
put that out there.
You wanted to
Congrats,
clarify
Jen.
so
Thank you,
nobody think
guys.
you
All
wanted to
right.
clarify so
Right,
nobody think that your zero meant like he's making no cash flow.
Yeah.
All right.
right. I thought he was just doing management only, but yeah, nice management and short-term rental cash flow. Sweet. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Back to you, Sean. All right. Questions. With Joey, who are you going to start with? You gonna
Well,
start
let's
with
start
Joey?
with you because you got the first question on the
Yeah,
board.
my first question is, me and my rule, did you keep the carpets? Did you negotiate that out? I want to know how good you are. We hate carpets.
Yeah, so this landlord was very, very tough, right? So my favorite thing about negotiating when people ask me how to do it, I'd be like, you know what? The first step is just asking for it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
typically when you ask, when I've been asking landlords and telling people to ask, they get it, But this guy gave me a run for my money. Like we literally went back and forth over for about a month. Like this was a month-long negotiation. So the carpet is still there. It's still there, but we definitely did our best to make up for it, getting the 2 months free rent and no rent
Nice.
increases.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
So
That's good.
what was his reason for not wanting to get rid of it?
Um, he said he spent a lot of money on the rehab that he didn't want to spend any more money on the carpet. Like, like when I don't know if the last time you rented a house, but when you move in, the landlord gives you a tenant sheet so you can write down things that's wrong with the house. I had
Mhm.
like 8 things on that list and he only did two of them, bro. Like this guy was really really, really tough. Like if I'm being honest, like this was probably like the most negotiations I ever had to do just to get an inch out of him. But yeah, dude, we definitely still got it done, and we still have the carpets. But Joe, he said he spent a lot of money on the rehab. He's also a realtor, so he was on some. We can rent it just like this.
Yeah. A lot of times investors be so tired of putting money out that they don't want to spend. It's like you get to that point as an investor, you just be like, I'm not spending nothing else. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's gonna go the way it is. I don't care. We gotta start seeing some return. So I understand sometimes you get there, you really get there. You be fed up because sometimes in this business, and we all know it gets like that. It just feels like you're putting out every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you just bleeding money. So I understand. I get it. All right. That was so you kept the carpet, but now you're gonna have to pay for that cleanup. You're gonna have to pay for that cleanup. All right, Mark McDowell. How much return did you offer your partner for putting up the money? Ooh. You can't. That's yeah. How much return did you offer your partner for putting up the money? Did we answer that question? But you could go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I offered him 65% of the cash flow.
There it is.
Yeah, literally 65% of the cash flow and not having to lift a finger. Like legit.
Mm.
I'm talking about so Mark, imagine you, right? You want to get into this business. You want to set it up. You want to make cash flow because you heard short-term rentals is low startup costs, high cash flow business because it is, right? But you don't have the energy, the time, or the mental capacity because you're so busy but you want to get in the game. So the trade-off was you don't have to do anything. Like you don't have to do anything. Like I'll set up every single thing. I'll think of every single thing. I'll set up your entire team and I'll give you 65% of the cash flow. So that was a part of my pitch and the person saw value in it based on their situation. Busy professional has money, wants to invest it, but doesn't really have the time to really, do what I do and that's what makes us valuable once we have the knowledge that I'm going to share at the summit.
Mhm. Let me do what I do. You do what you do. Let me do what I do. I like it, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good pitch. Let me do what I do, and you do what you do. Do your thing. Everybody likes to do their thing. All right. I got a question. Uh, so you mentioned earlier, you said, hey, your short-term rentals is complex yet simple, right? So can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, what's the complex part, but then it's simple?
So the complex part is coming to the understanding that it's no longer going to be real estate, right? Like you're transitioning from what you think is real estate to the hospitality business. So just one, dealing with that, and two, dealing with customer service, and then three, I'm going to show you guys how to do it like a professional, right? Like, I think this business is not worth it if you're just gonna like do it like a hobby. Like you can really scale this business. So once you do it like a professional, you have software and moving parts, and if you want your time back, you have a team. So that's what makes it complex, but it's simple because, man, I know people with like half of my IQ, half of the IQ of people on this line doing it. So it's really simple steps, especially if you have someone to help guide you literally step by step and answer your questions and help you
Right.
avoid booby traps and bad deals, and know exactly which units to go after and which units to avoid.
Got you. All right. Thank you for that answer. Did you want to keep your camera off? Because we can't see you no more, man. I like the black background is gone.
Can you see me?
Nah, I can't see you.
I'm still here.
Yeah, but the camera. Am I missing the camera? Yeah. Do y'all see him? I don't see his camera on.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
No, not Ron. I'm talking about Chin. I don't see his
What about
camera.
now?
Let me see. Talk.
Right now?
Oh, he's not showing up. Oh, I can see him. Jessica can see. Okay, if you can see him, then oh yeah, I can see you now. There it is.
Nice.
Okay. For a minute we lost you, bro. The black background, I like it. I like the black background. All right. Lynn, she's asking, did that include cutlery plates, towels, sheets, etc., etc.?
Yeah, everything that a family would need on vacation to travel and feel like they're at home. This includes everything.
Cool. Cool. All right. Big Mark is back.
What's up, Mark?
Mark, is he here? Let him ask this question. Let's hear Mark's. I like to hear Mark
Mark's
ask.
not going to just ask one question, but go ahead. Mark, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah, I'm here.
So this is the owner also. You want to go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and
was
ask your
wondering,
questions.
okay, so did you negotiate with the owner to ask for the startup cost and the furniture?
So, no, not on this deal. That was the last deal. On this one, what I found was just another investor. I found someone who was going to lease the property. So I negotiated the lease and I found somebody to take the lease so I can manage it for them.
Oh, so
Does that
y'all
make
Oh,
get that?
okay.
sense?
Oh, all right. So I see. So this was somebody. Oh, so that's the person you offered the 65%. Okay. Now I understand. All right. Yeah, because I thought there might have been a third person involved with it, but I just wanted to make sure get clear about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, let's say Chin did it for me. You see what I'm saying? I'm the investor and he's just doing it. He's like, yo, you get the spot and I'll manage it for you. So that's
Right.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I
So
just so there's something else I don't understand. If the rent is $2,400 a month and the expenses are almost $4,000 a month, I don't understand those numbers. I don't understand how that would work if the expenses are that much more than the rent.
well, look at the I can answer that. Like I'm just jumping in. Look at the revenue. So if the total expenses that would include the rent, and if you look at the revenue, that's what gives you your profit or your net. You see it on the screen, Mark? You have it on the
Yeah,
screen,
I
right,
see
Chin?
the revenue, but what does the revenue include besides the rent? Is there any other revenue besides the rent?
He's
Well,
he's
the
he's
rent
renting
is
it
an
out. He's
expense.
renting it out. He's renting it out on short term on different platforms. That's coming in. Nightly
So the
rentals,
rent
week
is an
rentals.
expense. The revenue is the monthly income.
Oh, I see. That's right. I get it now. The
You
rent's
get
an
it?
expense. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
hopefully
it.
we're not going to show a losing deal,
I got
Mark.
to think upside down for that.
It's
We're not going to
okay.
show a losing deal, Mark. We're good. We
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Mark, you gonna be at the summit?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All
Nice.
right, my guy. All right, he's gonna go in there and learn. All right, so that's any more questions, Mark? Or you good? You can always come back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm clear. It's just that, I have to train my brain to think not as a landlord, but as an arbitrage guy. So that's, yeah, thank you.
Cool, cool. All right, Victoria is asking, how much was the rent for that property? Sorry, I did miss that. So it's right, it did. So Ron answered it, but there it is. Now I got a question on the rent. did you try to bring it down, or were you cool with that number when that 2,400? Like, when you first saw it and in your negotiating style, were you like, yeah, I gotta try to get that down, or how'd you feel about the rent when you first saw that?
So I'm not gonna lie, we even could have paid 2,600 for the deal, right? That would have worked. But when we saw the rent, we definitely tried to get it down. So the actual terms is, we got 2 months free. The first 15 months out of 32 months, we're only gonna pay 2,300. And then the following 15 months, it goes up to 2,400. So, we did get to structure it that way because the owner was anal about the 24, but
Mhm.
he let us slide for $100 for the first 15 months.
Nice, nice. All right, cool. That's good. So let me get to the next question.
I love
Uh,
concessions, man. Chin made me love concessions. That's my main thing right
ooh, and asked a good question. How much is the cost per night for your guests? Average, I
Wow.
guess.
It depends. That's it. Yeah, it depends. You may see it this morning at $200, and then you may see it at 7 p.m. and it's at $90. So it definitely depends, and especially in football season. During football season, we need at least $1,000 a night. So it depends. It honestly depends.
And what's your minimum stay, minimum night stay? Is it one, or is it more than that?
Uh, it's typically two. Yeah, I'll
Two?
just say typically two. Short answer, yeah. You need to say 2 nights minimum.
2 nights minimum. Perfect. All right.
I have a longer answer for that, but I'm gonna save it for the summit because I would have to go
Ah,
into why
that's
we
why
do
I
it
asked the
like
question.
now. Ooh,
that.
got some nuggets, y'all. He's leaving.
That's why I asked the question, brother. All right. All right. Now Jessica, she's been doing her thing over here. How much is the cost for the systems you have to manage this property? Are all of his tools? Are you talking about all his tools, Jessica? Like all the tools he uses? Yes. All right. There you go. There's your question, big dog.
Yeah. So the cool part about that, right? Like really, really stressing the no money at all, like for me in this deal, right? So although we have the software costs, all the tools to manage this property like a professional, it comes up to about $100 a month, right? Between all of them. But that's rolled into his maintenance and operation costs. So although it is an expense and it's an expense on my behalf because I know for sure he needs it, he's the one paying for it, and it's about $100 a month.
That's not a lot.
It's really not. It's
That's
it's
not a
like
lot.
pennies, pennies, bro.
Yeah, you just have to know which systems to use. So that's pretty cool. All right. I like that. All right. Oh, I don't want to say the name wrong. Is it Sayu, or
I think it's Sue, right? I think it's Sue.
it could be Sue, or is it I'm pronouncing the I. Sue, you could turn your mic on and
All right.
let us know.
It's just Sufi.
Sue Fi, there
Fine,
you go.
nice.
What's
He's
up,
been
Sue
hanging. He's
Fi?
been hanging out with us. He's been hanging.
All right, ask your question.
Oh, all right. Just wondering, what's the attractions or interest around Athens, Georgia?
Nice. Great question. So the biggest attraction is they have a winning college football team. Like they literally just won the Governor's Cup last week. So they have a winning college football team. I don't know if you know anything about the South, but they breathe, sleep, and eat college football. So all of our units are about 10 minutes from the stadium. So we get a lot of people, for the football game, graduation, students, things like that.
Okay, cool. There it is. Those are the attractions. Georgia, man. Georgia, the South Georgia, whew, nothing but football. And what's the team, brother?
hmm
What's their team? Is it
The
one team or is it many
it's
teams?
one team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Georgia Bulldogs. Let's get it. All right. Lynn is no. Oh no, I don't want to miss nothing. Valerie, what's up, Valerie? She want to know if you give discounts if they rent for a week. Like, do you give discounts for longer stays?
Yeah, definitely. Because, we love when people book a little bit longer, right? It saves us money on cleaning. So, we pass some of that discount to the guests.
Oh, cool. All right. And Lynn is at back. She's like, is the investor completely silent as far as responsibilities go?
Yeah, literally, the investor wants no parts of the day-to-day operation. They literally just want a report at the end of the month to show how much they made, the expenses, and what's their profit that they're bringing home. That's all they want.
Yeah. A lot of investors would feel that way. Hey, I don't want to deal with nothing.
Like,
I
don't
just
even
deal. So
tell
basically,
me.
they just deal with you.
Yeah, literally, they just want to deal with me. They didn't want to deal with guests, cleaners, handyman, the city, the landlord, nothing. They just want peace of mind and cash flow.
Yeah, that's cool. You must be fun to deal with, brother.
I'll take
You
it.
must be cool to deal with, man. All right. Anne wants to ask, explain why does the course change from day and
That's a
night?
lot.
Like why does the course change from day and like what's the difference between day and night? Well, I don't know. I don't understand.
I
Um,
understand what she's saying, but I
Go
understand
ahead.
both parts. Chin
Yeah.
probably explained it better, but yeah, I understand.
um, we're selling something, we're selling time, right? We're selling dates. So if at 9 a.m. is $200 and by 5 p.m. it's not rented, I know like I can never sell that day again. So I'm gonna drop the price just to get it off, knowing that if it's empty today and empty and the day goes by, like that's it. I don't have another opportunity to make that income. So, you know, I want as much as I can get, but at the last minute, I want more than zero. So I may drop the price a little bit tremendously just to get people in the door. Best thing I'll get is some income and a great review.
Bro, so do you have that like on auto? So if by a certain time it doesn't get rented, it automatically drops?
So in the summit, I'm going to show you like if you really don't want to do anything, right?
Uh-huh.
Like in the beginning, I advise that you do. But if you really don't want to do anything in the summit, I'm going to show you how to really not do anything. And when I say not do anything, I'm talking about maybe like 5 to 10 hours of work, for the week.
That is sick. Well, if
Yeah.
that's in there to know how to do that, to have the price
Joe was
drop,
in.
that's nice. If that's in the summit, that's enough
You
to
just sold
hit
Joe.
that.
Joe was in.
I mean, bro, it goes in on it goes down on its own.
hmm
That's nice. That's a nice thing to have in your system. Okay. Victoria asks, how do you manage what the landlord will take care of versus you? Ooh. Like responsibilities, landlord
Mhm.
versus what you take care of.
Gotcha. Yeah, in my pitch to landlord, I tell them like, hey, we'll take care of anything under $150. Everything over that is on you because anything over $150 is things that came with the house, right? Like the furnace, the roof, the fridge, the oven, those are your things that's not working, right? So anything under $150 we'll take care of.
Cool.
And that's how we determine responsibility.
All right. Next question from Big Ryan.
Nice.
Shout out to our guy Ryan. How conservative are your numbers here?
So like I just said, right? I'm talking like over the span of this lease, I'm jacking, 4,875. But there's gonna be some months where potentially we can make this in 2 weekends, right? So I'm pretty conservative and I was taught that way to be conservative. So it helps with negotiations. Like if this is the most I think it's gonna make, right? And I convince myself of that, then it forces me to negotiate with these numbers, right? So just literally, I'm so big on profitability. I've lost money in this business, so I'm always profitability is the number one thing I'm teaching, and I'm always going to be conservative because I know what it feels like to overestimate revenue and not meet those projections. So, if it works at this number, that's perfect. And then, the market research that I'm going to show you guys how to do at the summit, you'll see, how much you can actually make, but you got a good deal, from the jump. And you don't have to worry about, man, I'm losing money every month. I got to switch my furniture somewhere else. I got to find a way to get out this deal. Those feelings suck, man. So yeah, definitely conservative with the numbers and always focus on profitability.
Lynn, this looks like this might be the last question. Lynn, the lease term with owner was 1 year? Question mark. So she's asking two questions.
Ah,
And would you do longer?
The lease on this was 32 months.
Oh, it's more than a year. So that's
Yeah,
2 years and some months.
yeah, 'cause you said
yeah,
15. You said 15 at one price and 15 at another price.
yeah. And then 2 months free, so 32 months total.
Look at that, getting 32-month leases. Landlord
Yeah.
loved that.
Landlord love it. They eat it up. They
Consistency
eat
right
it
there.
up. And that's the value, we bring as tenants, not only we're gonna stay there long, even if we choose to leave. Like I don't know any other tenant who has an incentive to keep the house in good shape, right? And that's where we come in with this strategy. So the landlords love us, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make landlords fall in love with you. And every time they get a new unit, they call you first. It doesn't even touch Zillow.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I am. So LaShawn just asked a question. Come on out, LaShawn.
I was asking, are you looking for more short-term rentals in that same area?
Am I looking for more short-term rentals in that same area? I am. Yes. Short, simple answer is yes.
Thank you.
Chin is
No
always looking.
problem.
That's the golden rule is always be
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah, always, always, always. And I'm even gonna show you guys a marketing plan that'll keep it consistent.
All right. That's our Q&A, y'all. That's our
Wow, we did this.
Q&A.
We did this pretty good, pretty consistent.
Very. Close this out, Big Ron, and then we'll have some parting words from our guy Chin.
Yeah. Anyway, so again, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Or Chen is sharing. I can share too. It's okay.
Go ahead, you
Hold
should.
on. Let me share. Let me share. Uh, let me get a good look at that number again. Hold on. All right, we have to check that number again. Anyway, I like that cash flow made out of air. I love cash flow out of air. Anybody else like that? That's sexy to me. Right? Cash flow with no money out, very sexy. Put an S in the chat for the for that sexy cash flow because I love it. Anyway, you can follow us on all social media platforms. We are Empire XL. Myself, Joey Styles, Bar Raiser J, myself, and Jerry Ruffin, usually around with us. And again, can't say enough about relationship Rich. This guy loves to give. I mean, I've also been to this ear a couple of times. He's working with me on my next unit as well. This guy is amazing. Definitely come to the summit. He's going to definitely give you more than you can bargain for. And thank you guys for being here. So let's go into after effects. Chim wants to do some closing remarks. Whatever you guys want to do. We got plenty of time.
Yo, real quick, right? Just
Mhm.
just how I started, you guys are always giving me my flowers, right? Shout out to Ron. Shout
Okay,
out to Ron.
okay, here we go.
Like he just said, helping him with his next short-term rental. Like literally, Ron is literally applying everything I say, literally everything I say and pushing. And I know some of it makes him uncomfortable, asking for free rents and stuff, but Ron is
Yes,
doing it and he's getting it. So shout out to Ron for
it.
applying, literally for being a student, legit, for being a student. And that's what I want for all of you guys at the summit this weekend. You literally do not want to miss it because you are going to go into next year knowing literally how to add more zeros to your income. Like that is the entire goal for the summit. I want you to take whatever you're making right now and boom, throw another zero on it. And that is the goal for the summit. Do short-term rental. I'm going to show you guys what to do with your earned income, how to turn it into cash flow, whether you have money for the deal or not. When I first got started, I had no money, no credit, no job, just got fired from Starbucks, fresh out of college, student loans, And, I needed options. I literally needed options. I was not fundable, but I definitely learned the skill on how to do deals with no money. How to leverage the knowledge and put somebody else in place to give what I'm lacking. So at the summit, you're gonna learn all of it. Like no one is going to do an unprofitable deal as long as literally be a student, follow everything I say, and just keep tapping in. So I know the link is in the chat right now for the summit. Figure out how you're flying to the summit. We will be there. We will definitely be there. You do not want to miss your flight.
For sure. All right. So Lynn got her info, and the information for the summit is in the chat. And that's that. That is that. We get to give everybody their time back, man. Thank you, Chen, for inspiring us, and thank you for your time tonight, and thank you for showing yet another way for you to create things out of thin air. And a lot of times, many people want to be able to do that. It's like magic, bro. You're a magician at this point, creating things out of thin air. So good show, and thank you everybody for coming out. If you need any more information, anything you missed, please, if you are a guest, whoever invited you, make sure you shoot them a text and say, "Hey, I want more info. I missed something," or just say something right now. But other than that, we're good.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you, Chin, for sharing, man. He's been sharing a lot lately. This guy's been sharing.
Yeah,
So
man. We'll see you
No
tomorrow,
problem.
Chin. Right?
tomorrow night,
Yes,
7
tomorrow
p.m.
is it
Yeah.
7, 8 p.m.?
Sorry, 8
8
p.m. My
p.m.
bad. Tomorrow,
Yes.
8. Tomorrow at 8. Get there at 7 if you're really, really thirsty. But
Yeah.
8,
Give him
8
give
p.m.
him that flyer one time, and everybody take a
Sure.
screenshot of the introduction, the short-term introduction tomorrow.
Okay,
So
hold on.
just share that, and then we could share that on the screen real quick.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me share that. I was going to show them the different choices of the summit, but I could do that as well. But
That
this,
too. Definitely they can come back tomorrow
yeah.
because they might want to hang out with us for sure. That's the summit.
And this is tomorrow's intro. These are just some of his units. These are not just pictures I just took randomly. These are his units. So, and there's more. I can fill the whole screen with them. So
All
the
right.
goal next to fill the whole screen with them. But these are his units. These are in Athens, Savannah. Name the city. So we real quick before we get out of there, so people know you're not a one trick pony.
Yeah, multiple cities, man. Athens, Savannah, Austin, Miami, San Antonio now. So when people ask me, where is the money at? Where can I find units with the most money? What area? And I tell them, yo, everywhere, bro. You just need to know how to identify them and how to create an opportunity. So yeah, we'll see you in the summit. Come tomorrow, 8 p.m., guys, please.
Hey, Chin,
Yes.
what's your total units? What's your total short-term rentals now? 18, 19, 20? I'm losing track.
We are at 18 right now.
All right,
18
thank
right
you.
now.
All right. And you wanted to do the summit
Yeah, I
flyer really
wanted to
quick?
show them. Anybody want to see the summit? There's different ways to fly. Oh, just I want to be really, really. I don't want to be a bait and switch kind of guy, but tomorrow, the prices are different. Just being really honest and transparent. Um, there's a huge demand, limited seats because Chen does give a lot in these different ones. So there is if you can see it right now, take a screenshot. There's coach, there's business class, and then there's first class. And again, tomorrow by 12, I think 12 tonight, the prices are going up. So if you are doing it, we do have it's not on listed on here. We have Klarna and Afterpay. So if you just want to make it manageable and cut it into payments, we've all been there. It happens. Get yourself in and get the support you need. I forgot to mention that too. We're also offering raffling off for $25. You can get a prize drawing to come to the Miami conference. Now, the Miami conference is where you're going to learn more, get to network and meet more people who are doing the social media, the short-term rental space. You're going to talk about vendors, talk about other investors. That's where you really get the insights on this craft. Again, you're trying to transform your life and create more cash flow, not just like you said, not a casual person, somebody who's really active investing and trying to make a way for their lives. So that's the VIP drawing. It's $25 per chance. I think we're giving away, how many we giving away, Chin? I think is it 2 or 3 spots?
Gonna be two spots.
2 spots. So 2 spots, $25 gives you a chance to win a spot at that conference, January 22nd to the 23rd. And this value of that ticket is about $1,700. So that's important. And Matt says use Kron's credit card. No, it won't happen. Sorry, can't do that, Matt.
I only
Where
need
is
two of
it?
those.
Where is what? Lynn, you can come off mute. Where is what? Lynn, the
She said,
conference
"Where is it?" I guess the summit. So you got Lynn. I think Lynn wants to
is
know
on
where it
Zoom.
is, or is she talking about?
You
Yeah,
can, you can come off mute,
I think
Lynn,
she
if you
wants to know
want.
where the summit is.
It's on Zoom. It's on Zoom 2 days. You could be in your robe and slippers learning how to make bread.
There we go.
Not the real bread, the fictitious bread. Cash flow. Questions, comments, concerns before we get out of here? We have so much time to spare. And Matt, you can use Matt's credit card. It starts 88826. I'm just joking. Matt's-
Oh man,
the last 4 digits are 11122. Just
So
joking. Shout
just
out
to
to
be
Big Matt.
clear, I've got a concern about the drawing
You got
will
a
be
concern?
announced on the 6th.
Yeah, the drawing's gonna be this weekend during the summit.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I thought you had a concern. You just had a question. Okay, I thought you had a concern.
I got a question, Big Ron.
Yes, Alvin.
Are you putting out a new flyer
Yes, I
with
am.
a
It's already made
chin?
hot off the presses. Thank you. Look at this. Look at this guy. He is no joke.
Alvin be on
I,
it.
Alvin is
I
on-
mean, will it be out at the price change time at midnight?
Yep. It'll be probably, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Ron.
Probably. I'll send it right to you directly because you want it. I know you want it,
Appreciate you,
Alvin,
brother.
so I'll send it to you directly.
Appreciate it.
Just no problem. Any other questions before we out of here?
That's it.
That's it. That's good. Okay, cool. All right. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be great. Do your best chin impression. This guy's killing it. He makes it look easy. He's got 18 units going. 18, look, take a picture of this. 18 people checking in, checking out, wondering where the parking is, and he's sitting there on a Zoom with us. Love that. Love the business. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. We're out of here. The recording will be available soon. Ask the person who invited you. If you missed it, you came in late. So sorry. See you tomorrow at 8. Good to see you, Victoria. Let's go, Vic. Let's go, Vic. I want to see you on there.
Thanks, Chin. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jen. Congratulations.